Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses, and this video is about death. It's about death. Now, I was watching a video. I was watching a battle by it was Geechee Gotti versus Big K on King of the Dot, and it's going. I didn't finish it yet, but it goes hard. Now, Geechee Gotti said a line that really inspired this video. A lot of my whole day inspired this video. He said, I have more homies that are dead than are actually alive. Plus, I've been listening to a lot of Lil Uzi Vert. I never, I never actually listened to Lil Uzi Vert before. Besides maybe two or three verses. And just living in Chicago, I don't live in Chicago right now. I'm saying in the past when I lived in Chicago and just interacting with people who live in Chicago and are from Chicago. If you don't know, people in Chicago have a phrase or a variety of phrases. They might say on phone them grave or on folks in them grave or on my dead grandmother or on my dead child or on my dead mom or on my dead uncle's grave or on my, you know what I'm saying? And when you speak those phrases, you have to understand that you're invoking specific energies. Usually disrespectfully. Now, I'm going to go on a tangent and this is going to jump around, but it's all going to come into one excellent point that's going to empower you. All right, so when we speak when we when we speak of the dead, when we invoke their energies, when we put these energies out for others to interpret, you remember the purpose of speaking is to be understood. But how are you bonding with this person when you say on my dead so and so's grave? Do you understand the connection that you're making with this person? Do you understand what an ancestor is, first of all? First of all, an ancestor is someone who you share a love bond with. A love bond with. And love comes in many varieties. This could be a celebrity. This could be one of the dead homies. This could be one of your favorite rappers. This could be a planet, a tree that you grew up seeing every day when you walked to school every day, and this tree grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Over 20 years, you had to walk past this tree every day. That is your ancestor. If you're like, man, I used to climb that tree and we used to get apples off it or what have you, I used to see these leaves change. If you have a strong connection with that tree, that is your ancestor. If you see the government comes to chop it down one day, you're gonna feel something. That tree is your ancestor, bro. Okay? Your favorite Nipsey Hussle. Gunna is one of my favorite rappers right now. X. You know what I'm saying? When your ancestors are when they become ancestors, when your people are no longer here, your dead homies, your grandma, your dog, that tree, if they, God forbid, if they blew up the moon one day, you know what I'm saying? If a star burns out and you used to look at this star with your girlfriend every day, you know, anything that you feel a strong love bond with is your ancestor, bro. Okay, and we have to limit these connections, these bonds, to more high vibrational, high frequency, energetic connections. So, for example, when they changed the concoction of Newports about 10 years ago, and I bought that first pack, and I was like, oh, this is not the same Newports. That's an unhealthy bond. Okay. Now, for your as far as someone like your enemies, those can be considered your ancestors, bro. Why? Because subconsciously you love your enemy because they motivate you to what? Get more money, stop doing these bad habits, replace those bad habits with good habits, stay on point, go to school, do what you have to do to be the best you, right? So for in rap culture, for us to be disrespecting our enemies so violently and so blatantly, that's incorrect. For us to be putting everything on folks in them grave, on folk in them grave, on my grandmother's, on my dead grandmother's grave, on my uncle's grave, that is incorrect. Think about this. When is the last time you actually saw somebody pour something out for their dead homies? And people laughed at me for a minute because I think I did that until I was like 21. I think the last person that I did that publicly to was my grandfather that died when I was 18. And everybody like, bro, nobody does that anymore. And I got discouraged. Okay? But the whole point of this is you need to start giving more positivity to the ancestors, bro. We need to stop being so disrespectful. You need to understand that a lot of people are a lot more powerful when they're not here. I realized this when my last ancestor was created. My auntie, my great aunt, passed away. And, nobody was looking at me too strange because everybody knew, a lot of people knew that we didn't have the best relationship. But I just been having strange dreams and people have been interacting with me in specific ways. And I want you to know that even if you don't like a member of your family, that's still your blood. They still are going to activate your genes. They are still going to reside inside your bodies. They are still going to pass on their gifts, their skills, their blessings, their luck, their abundance. That's still going to activate inside you whether you like them or not. And you have to utilize that. You can communicate with them better than you've ever been able to communicate with anyone after they pass. Am I saying that you shouldn't be sad when people pass on? No, I'm not saying that. Absolutely not. People handle death differently. But we have to add positivity to these situations, bro. We have to be more accepting of these gifts. Whether it be your enemy, whether it be a friend, whether it be somebody you weren't really that cool with. But love is not about being cool. Love is not about respect. Love is about a bond that pushes you to a state that elevates the level of admiration that you already have. Love is about returning you to a state of egolessness. Love is about you being totally present. It's about you being without thought, without reaction, without response. This is why a lot of conflict arises in life, because we're so attached or detached from specific outcomes. All for the love of pleasure. All right. Now, I talked a lot. I said a lot. It's been about 9 minutes. All right. Bet. So how can you do these things? And how can you use this information to make more money? Number one, we're going to touch on that. We have a $1 bill. Boom. Who's on the $1 bill? Washington. Bam. Bam. Washington, right? Washington. If you love money so much, say I love money. I know you love money. One of the reasons I'm making this video. Ben Franklin. Boom. You love money. You love money, right? That money in your hand feels good. Has a smell to it. Doesn't smell all that good, but it still has a smell that you can appreciate because it's money, right? Money makes your body move. Money makes your emotions do things that you wouldn't do normally. Correct. Money makes you set your intentions in specific ways. Money alters your focus. Money expands your willpower. Correct. The thing about American dollars is that there's a lot of symbolism. And the most important symbol on this money is this face. This is the face of a person that is technically your ancestor. How? Because you love money. And a part of this currency, this American currency, now money comes in all different forms, but we're just talking about fiat notes, cold hard cash, right? George Washington's picture, face, his identity, his ego is attached to that $1 bill. Ben Franklin's face is attached to that $100 bill. So what do? You have to talk to Washington, Theodore, Franklin. You have to talk to them. You have to talk to them. You can give libations, aka offerings, to these presidents directly. Their energy is in this. If you want just the dollar, a lot of people will tell you, don't try to manifest the actual cash. Try to manifest the feelings that you get from the. No, bro, because you know what? You can, if you say you want a phone, right? Damn, I need a new phone. Damn, I need a new phone. You can get the phone, but you'll still be broke. You're still gonna have to take the SIM card out, restart it, do this, but you're still gonna be in the same position and still have to work and save up money. You want the cash. Give the libations to George Washington, to these presidents, whoever the president is that you want to whatever the dollar amount is that the president resides in. Their energies are in this money, bro. That's why when I tell you how I show you to do these money rituals, do I tell you to write on their faces? No. Do I tell you to write on the buildings on the back? No. You don't do that. You don't deface the dollar bill. Yeah, you can write a 10. You could put a 0 after or 2 zeros after the 1 to make it $100 bill. Empower it. Put some blood on it. Put some semen on it. Some period blood. Even your own saliva. Put your hair in it. Roll it up. Wrap it in a green paper. Put it in a jar. Put some popcorn seeds in a jar under your toilet. Clean your bathroom. Empower it with sun, moon energy, solar and lunar energy. And after a week, spend the money. That's a whole different ritual. I'm not even supposed to give you that. But, meditate on that and go from there and see if you can get the actual ritual. All right. But the whole point of this is, who are you directing your energies to? Now, I know that a good majority of you guys don't walk around and say, on my dead this, and on my dead this, and on folks in them grave, and on folding them grave. Now, let's say folks in them and folding them are actual people. Your subconscious mind is always going to react to that. It's not your choice. It's not your choice. If it's a habit, and you keep saying that, even if you're not thinking of it, of these people, your past loved ones, your ancestors, your friends that you grew up and went to school with and, drank and smoked and, did everything, partied with them. Even if you're not consciously thinking of them, your subconscious is a part of you. It's pieces of you that are them that are reacting to this. You're calling it. And I discussed this with another spiritualist, and she said, no, that is not why Chicago is so violent. That's not why Illinois, that's not why the culture is so violent. And I totally disagree. If you run around and keep saying on folks in them grave, folding them grave, on the dead Los, on the dead OG, on this, you can't keep calling these energies without giving them something. That's just like saying goddamn or Jesus Christ. You're calling it, you're stimulating it. You're stimulating it. You're rubbing two forces together. You're combining emotion, hidden emotion, with secret intentions, with misdirected focus. It's so dark and it's so deep. We have to, first of all, we need to stop saying that on the dead lokes, on the dead homies, on this person's grave, that person's grave, on my on my great 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 granddad's grave. Don't say that, bro. That's foolish. As much as you want to say it, give libations, feed the homeless, feed stray animals, pour some liquor out, bro. Do good deeds. And I know you guys have seen, because I've been getting a lot of DMs about my ancestor work, which, thank you. I appreciate that for everybody. But what I am telling everybody is, when I do this ancestor work, don't just give me money. I appreciate the cash, but don't just give me money. Go to Dollar Tree or whoever and get a candle, get some brownies, put it in a white paper bag, and write "for the ancestors known and unknown," and throw it in a body of water. Don't just give it to me. Don't just give me money. For every $20 you spend ish, 20-ish dollars, spend $2 to give back, and don't just leave $2 anywhere. Give it with good intentions. Go to the corner store and buy 2 cup noodles and give it to a homeless person. Okay? You have to start putting this positive energy to those who have passed on, because they have access to something that you don't currently have access to, bro. That would be like, if you keep saying, let's say if you have a friend that's in college, right? And this friend is doing okay, they're working a job and they're going to school. Sometimes they wake up late. You don't know when they're going to come back. You don't even know what they're in school for, per se, right? If you keep saying, bro, if I lie to you, then send my little sister that's in school for, I don't even know what she's in school for. She's in Alabama State. She's in FAMU somewhere in Florida. Send this negativity towards her. They're already thinking about sending the negativity towards her, bro. They're already thinking about that. But instead of doing that, don't even bring her up. Don't even bring her up. You know that she's in FAMU. You already know she's in college. Instead of putting her name out there like that, take the money that you win off this gambling endeavor and give her some of that money so she won't have to survive off of cup noodles. That was a bad analogy. I am an F student when it comes to analogies. But I hope that you got it, because it's not about the words, it's more so the energy, the intentions behind it. But it's time to start pouring out a little liquor again. It's time to start, replacing these inconducive habits with more healthy habits. You can get back to the ancestors by doing 20 push-ups every day if you're a man. Try to get it up to 100, 200 push-ups a day if you're a man. If you're a woman, 50 sit-ups to 100 sit-ups a day. Taking the old lady down the street's trash out. If you see a can in the street, carry it in your hand until you see a trash can and throw that away. And making sure you acknowledge the ancestors, known and unknown. You see a homeless person and you say, you know what, I'm not going to give you money, but if you come to, the corner store with me, I can buy you a cup noodle or something like that. And in your mind, every step that you take this is for the ancestors, known and unknown. You see some birds, it's a nice day. You're eating a blueberry muffin. Save a little bit. Give it to the birds. This is for the ancestors, known and unknown. Birds are very spiritual creatures. Okay? But keep the dead's name out your mouth. Unless it's with positive intentions, bro. Because a part of them not being here is to protect you, is to enlighten you with knowledge, wisdom, skills, talents, blessings, and their luck. Every time somebody dies that you love, you gain a new piece of you. You gain a whole new piece of you. Pieces of your genetics are activated because love bonds alter your genes. And when that person is no longer here, your soul is now connected to the other side in a new way. A lot of people may try to describe it to be deeper than that, but it's as simple as that. They are opening portals, they're opening doors for you that cannot be closed. And if you keep putting dirt, if you keep spewing these foolish phrases out your mouth with their name in it, what do you think that's doing to your genetics? What do you think that's doing to your mind and your body, your physical brain, your mind and your body, and your emotions? Your emotions. Dissing dead, other people's dead homies. Their dead homies made them a better enemy for you to build yourself up, and you're gonna disrespect them. As strategic as you think that is, as savvy as you think that you may be, that's actually pretty ignorant, and that's actually pretty dangerous. Now again, not everybody's rappers, not everybody's gangster rappers that's watching this, not everybody, can relate to this. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind what you listen to, what's a part of your mental and spiritual diet. And of course, there are going to be some people who watch this that can relate to it. So if something happened, let's say if Trump died tomorrow and you're not a Trump supporter, let's say you're an anti-Trumpist, you should not be celebrating anybody's death with the intentions of you being glad that they're not here. If Zimmerman died, Zimmerman's protected. I scanned him. Okay? If he passed away, he would have more of an impact on the people the racists, the ignorant racists. They would be more empowered than the people who, okay, yeah, he did this, he did this, he did this, and I'm glad he's no longer with us. You don't have to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, my condolences. You don't have to do that. But you do have to acknowledge that it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't want to give anybody any energy that I wouldn't want on my child. And if you don't have a child, yourself, or your mother, or anybody that you love. And people keep trying to do all that wishy-washy. I get it, but not everybody has to accept it. This is 2050, bro. It's not 2020, it's 2050. We have to understand that this is where the boys and the men and the women and the girls are made. Because looking at things how we used to look at it, it worked at some point. It worked for a long time. But this is not the same America that we knew in the 90s. This was a state of war. are not in a state of war anymore. We're in a state of we're in a state that needs to be connected to the heavens, to this to the others. That's my job. Not a not a state of healing, a state of reminding, a state of mm, I don't know the word. I just got off work. I'm not gonna make excuses, but respect it. Respect it, and it will come back to you, man. Respect and integrity goes a long way. Look at this shirt. Coolest monkey in the jungle. Why am I wearing this shirt? Why did I wear this to work? Why are you wearing that shirt? You know why I wore this shirt? I wore this shirt for the ancestors. I wore this shirt to show people, racist, that we're bigger than words. If you want to put that out, I'm going to show you that that's not going to hurt me. That doesn't hurt me. That doesn't hurt me. That doesn't hurt me. You tried and you failed. You tried and you failed. And things like this, that doesn't hurt me, bro. That doesn't hurt me at all. Not at all. Not at all. So, that's it. Stop putting things on people's grave. Stop doing it. We need to return to openly celebrating the people who left us with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, gifts, talents, uniqueness, luck, blessings. We need to celebrate that openly. We need to start having more moments of silence. We need to start openly, publicly pouring out for the dead homies. We need to scold people and shun people because they disrespect the dead. Have you ever heard me? You could watch all 1,000, however many videos I have. You ever heard me say anything against anybody who died? Ever? No. I might have put energy towards people, that would make them no longer be with us. That's two different things. Everybody's gonna die. Everybody deserves to die because it's inevitable. But yeah, I really didn't know. How long is it? 30 minutes? Yeah. So you already know I'm trying to get that following like King Solomon. If you've been watching this video this long, you should definitely leave a like, comment, subscribe, send this video to anybody who you think would benefit from this message, man. I know everybody doesn't have $1 American, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 American dollars to donate. And if you feel that donating is in your heart, guess what you can do that's just as good? Share this video on somebody's Facebook Messenger, man. That's free, and that's going to be as good as any money. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that you learned something. Take this knowledge, give it to your neighbor, give it to your girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever you do. I don't want to know. But that's it, man. Life's in the breath. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang. We the bang together, man. Peace.